Hey, Bubble here to show you a quick, cool, fun thing that happened with Fel-scarred in the latest patch to the War Within beta. As you're probably pretty familiar with, Sigil of Flame, hit a target with it, they get a dot that deals some damage to them. You can see it's doing damage over here on the side of my screen. One of the other things that is added with Fel-scarred is that due to violent transformation, it resets the cooldown of your Sigil of Flame when you activate Metamorphosis. Up until the most recent build of beta, it was still using the same Sigil of Flame damage spell, but as of the most recent build, it has its own damage spell ID now. So if I go into meta and cast Sigil of Flame, you can see that it hits as Sigil of Doom, ticks as Sigil of Doom, and has its own nice Sigil of Doom buff on the target. This is a pretty nice change because it, one, makes it more distinguished which one you actually have ticking on the target, and has a couple of other implications for other effects that we have that interact with Sigil of Flame. That's not the most important bit here, but in order to show you what's kind of cool about this, I need to wait for meta to come back up. So I'm going to fast forward time a little bit and wait until meta is back up to be able to show you what this is. Alright, so meta is back off cooldown, and so now I'm going to show you one of the cool things that you can do as a result of the change to Sigil of Flame and Sigil of Doom. Because of Violent Transformation, if you Sigil of Flame, press meta, press Sigil of Flame again, now you have Sigil of Flame on both Sigil of Flame and Sigil of Doom. So you get ticking damage from both. You can see both of them ticking on my target until one of them runs out. This has some interesting interactions with illuminated sigils that also show off once meta is back up. Right, so meta is back up. I have talented into illuminated sigils, and we'll get to see some really cool and fun interactions real quick. So you can Sigil of Flame twice, meta, Sigil of Flame again, and you can get 4 total stacks of Sigil of Flame going on the target, but one of them is just, Sigil of Flame and the other is Sigil of Doom. To show you the fun thing that is probably a bug, I'm also going to need to wait for meta to come back up again, so fast forwarding time again, and see you in a second. Right, so we're back again, and I'm going to show you this cool thing that you can do with Sigil of Doom. So part of how sigils work is that when you cast the spell, they place a spell at the location that your cursor's at that will trigger 1 to 2 seconds after you have cast the original spell, based on whether or not you have quickened sigils. One of the quirks of Sigil of Flame is that it has a snapshotting flag on it that makes it so that when that placed spell triggers, it snapshots your state as a player and will keep that effect throughout the duration of its effect. So, to show you what I mean by that, if I press Sigil of Flame and immediately meta, you can see that it applies to my target as Sigil of Flame, but with the Sigil of Doom icon, and also does significantly more damage than it will do if I just press Sigil of Flame now. You can see that before I was ticking for roughly 42k, but now that I am not in meta, it's only ticking for roughly 32k, which is a relatively major difference. And to show you where this gets extra fun, I'm going to need to wait for meta to come back up again, so see you in a few minutes. Meta is back up, and so now just to show you the last thing that's pretty fun and cool is that I've talented back into illuminated sigils, and I have Ascending Flame talented, which allows Sigil of Flame applications to overlap. Same thing that I had in the previous example, but this time I'm going to use that meta snapshotting thing that I showed you a second ago to get a nice juicy 4 stacks of Sigil of Doom. And now we have 4 stacks of Sigil of Doom, both of which are doing significantly higher damage than they probably should. And yeah, there you go. You can use snapshotting effects to your advantage as a part of playing Fel-scarred. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other things that you'd like to see me cover, please let me know. Thanks, y'all.